Hey guys, welcome back to the Becoming series, exploring the deep truths and the principles that will enable you become everything you were created to be and do. So, let's talk about the third P. In fact, I should have titled this the third P, but it's obvious from the title of the episode. It's called Principles, right? And why do I call it the third P? It's because it tends to be the forgotten P, or the P that is not usually in the forefront of what we talk about. So a lot of the times we tend to focus on purpose, right? The first P, or potential, what I call the second P. Those are the things that we tend to focus on. Those are the things that are constantly in the forefront, but we usually forget this last one, or we don't pay sufficient attention to it. And this third P is principles. Now, why is it so important? It is because, yeah, everybody has a purpose. Yeah, everybody has potential, right? But without the use of principles, you can end up misusing your purpose, right? And abusing your potential. So what do I mean? Um, so purpose is really what is embedded within you. That's your assignment. That is the person um, that you're supposed to become, right? The reason why you were created in the first place. And the relationship between purpose and potential is, whatever you have been created to do, whatever your purpose is, you automatically have the potential to perform it, right? If your purpose is to be a great singer that would transform lives across the globe, the potential is already within you. You already have the potential. You don't just fly off to the moon and get the potential. You came embedded with it. You have to develop it, yes, but the potential is there, right? It's embedded right within you. Now, how do principles kick into play? Your purpose is to be a great singer that touches lives. You take time to develop your potential. You go to vocal lessons. You study great singers and all that, and you develop your craft, right? Because it is a craft, even though it is a gift as well. But how about when you start to become well known or popular, right? You start to sell records. People are coming for concerts, and at that point, you start to take drugs, or you start to take a lot of alcohol. You start to smoke. What are you doing? You are violating a principle. What is a principle? A principle is a law, right? Um, that determines the success of a function. Your function is to sing. But in order for you to sing and have that sustainability in terms of a singing career, or in terms of um, heightening your gift or maximizing your potential, it means that in order for you to use that effectively, you must adhere to the principle that will enable you sustain your voice. It means that you shouldn't smoke. It means that you shouldn't drink. It means that you shouldn't do anything that is detrimental to your voice, right? Because your voice is the platform, that is the gift that you were given to achieve the purpose that you were created for. But the things that you do that would impede the maximization of that potential, or that would cause its detriment, are the violation of the principles on which that purpose is hinged on. I hope you understand this, because it's very important. You can have the gift, you can have the potential, you can have all of those things, but if you do the things that are detrimental to the maximization of that gift or that potential or that purpose, it's going to be truncated. So we hear about great artists, great inventors, great scientists, that had this huge successes. They had developed stuff, they had developed products and services, they had manifested their gift, and then suddenly something happened to them. They became ill and they lost the use of their voice, or they died prematurely. What happened was they violated a principle, the principle that says that for you to maximize whatever it is you're supposed to do, you have to adhere to this principle. Otherwise, it's not going to be sustained, right? So The purpose is one thing, the potential is another thing, but the principle is what will cause it to have the sustainability, right? That would make sure that you continue to utilize that potential or maximize that potential and achieve the main purpose. So don't forget the principle. Whatever it is that you're supposed to become is hinged on a principle or on a set of principles, right? That have the objective of maximizing whatever it is that you're supposed to do. So if you violate the principle, then what you're doing is to ultimately cause a decline in your ability to achieve your purpose. And that's the way it works.